This is the Monkee Mod's Firefly, arguably the best dart blasting shotgun on the market, because it fires anything you put into the shells, and it fires pretty hard. You can even buy 50 caliber foam balls that fit perfectly in the shells. You can load up to 4 of these, although I find it works best with 3. Or you can just load in 1 if you want one really strong shot. But you can also put in regular half-length darts or even cut down half-length darts to quarter-sized darts and have yourself a buckshot. I also like to put in one 50 caliber foam ball, shove in a bamboo dart on top, and call it jungle shot. And I really like these red shells because I can actually see what's inside of the shell. This thing shoots ridiculously hard. It's also really accurate. A few of those bounced back and just landed right on me.
This has quickly become one of my favorite blasters, and you can see why. A true Nerf shotgun that fires at around 200 FPS? How can you not like it? You truly can make an argument for this being the best Nerf shotgun on the market. I think there's only one other Nerf shotgun that can actually compete with this, and I'll talk about that at the end of this video. Okay, so there's 2 ways to purchase the Firefly. The first one is a kit, so you assemble it yourself. That will cost you about $69. Nice. The second one is a pre-assembled kit. Kind of. By kind of, I mean the receiver is fully assembled, and the barrel and mag tube and pump will not be assembled, so you need to attach the front half to the back half, and it will come with the stock. Any Nerf stock will work on this. But yeah, that's pretty easy to do, anyone can do that. The full kit, however, is kind of a day excursion. It's not the easiest to put together, it's kind of a 3-handed affair. This will also come with 2 different springs, so I might as well have just gotten the kit because I took apart this to put the heavier spring in there, and that was also kind of a pain. It's another 3-handed thing. There's a lot of videos explaining how to do that. I didn't feel like making a tutorial video. I really just wanted to talk about this blaster. There's a lot of extra things you can buy with this. One of the things I wanted to get, but they were out of stock, which made me sad. That is an adapter that lets it use magazines, and that's awesome. There's also a piece that you can hook onto the rail that will catch the shells. So this is game viable if you have that. You don't have to worry about losing shells. It is very accurate, and it shoots half-length darts extremely well. So you could use this pump-action shotgun like a sniper if you want to, and then just swap over to other shells and use it like a shotgun for CQB. There's just a lot of utility with this, and there's a certain level of satisfaction that comes with using a true proper shotgun that you don't get with other blasters. Also, it's only 80 bucks. I mentioned that before, but that's a really good price for what this is. It's fairly affordable because it's not 3D printed. It's injection molded, which is a pro in my mind. Look, I love 3D printed blasters, but 3D printed stuff is never going to be as solid as proper plastic. But that said, I do have some concerns. The only thing connecting the pump is this rod here, only on one side, and there's just 4 screws. Yeah, if any of these screws shear off, you're kind of out of luck. And I don't understand why they didn't put it on both sides. That would make the pump much easier. Because yes, this has a heavy spring in it. You would expect the pump to be pretty difficult. With that said, it feels like there's a lot riding on this. Like, this doesn't feel like the smoothest prime. And if you want to decompress the spring, you can do it any other way by just pulling the trigger and letting it go forward, and now the spring is no longer cocked. I also found the trigger to be kind of tough to push. It's not sticky, thankfully, but that's why you'll see me use my middle finger more often than not. But as far as functionality goes, it ejects shells reliably. I've never had any issues with it. It shoots really hard, and that's the coolest part about this, in my opinion. The fact that it shoots really hard and shoots multiple projectiles at the same time, anyway. Let's talk about that. You probably noticed the shells sitting right next to me. These are a bit smaller than what you see with other shotguns. They're designed to fit one half-length dart. It even comes with them. And it perfectly seals them. But also on Monkee Mod's website are these 50 caliber balls. You can fit 4 in these shells, although I find 3 is the best amount. That'll give you the best spread and best performance. If you want to be insane, you can just put 1 in here and have it shoot really hard. That's also really fun. I'm not above that. I'm so glad that I got some of these because these work in so many other Nerf blasters too. So I've been going through like all of my blasters and just seeing what these work in. It's a lot of fun. You can get very creative with what you put in here. As long as it fits and makes a good seal, it will shoot out of this blaster. But when it comes to chronoing it, I can't chrono multiple projectiles at once, so let's chrono what I can chrono. First up, regular Worker Gen 3 half-length darts. These things are firing at 200 to 210 FPS reliably. Keep in mind, this is with the heavier spring. With bamboo darts, this thing is shooting 240 to 250 FPS. That's wild. And since I can't really chrono multiple projectiles at once, I decided to load in just one 50 caliber foam ball and see how nuts that gets. Yeah, this was shooting almost 300 FPS. I even had an outlier go up to 320 FPS. That's airsoft velocity out of a 50 cal foam ball instead of a tiny little plastic BB. This thing shoots really hard with the heavier spring. I didn't want to take it apart to put the lighter spring in there to chrono it. I think other videos have said it's more around the 100 FPS range, which would be more game viable. But I like the higher FPS because this is kind of wild. And my friend is also very dumb and wanted to do a pain test. This might become somewhat regular on my channel. To clarify, I don't remember if I said this, I recorded it in the past. This wasn't my idea. I didn't exactly want to do it, but he really wanted to get shot with this. Don't know why. It was funny and entertaining. So let's cut to that. Okay, so this fool volunteered for a pain test.
It's me again.
He's wearing the mic. My audio is going to sound pretty bad. I only have one mic. I apologize for that. But I figure it's more important for him to be wearing that right now. And on our pain scale, we're going to be going like, if 1 is a pinch and 10 is a you need to go to the hospital or you're going to die, that's our pain scale. That's what we're shooting for. So
yeah, shooting for. Very funny.
Pun intended. Let's just pretend. Pun tend.
Die.
All right, I got a bunch of different kinds of shells here. I'm gonna go off what I think is least painful to most painful. This is 2 cut down bamboo darts. It'll probably lose momentum fairly quick. Next up is 3 of these 50 cal foam balls. Again, these are pretty light. I'm expecting the ones that are light to lose momentum the most. Probably still sting, but not as bad as the other ones. Here's a total wild card. This looks like just an Adventure Force Pro, but there's one of those 50 cal balls in there. This is what we're calling jungle shot.
It's my idea to put those two together.
Okay, mistake. So I actually didn't intend on doing this. I was trying to just get a good seal for the one singular foam ball on the bottom, so I used a dart, and then I noticed it perfectly fit, and it shoots and it works. This is the wild card. I don't know how bad this is gonna hurt. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh, you're not the one testing it, so you don't know how it's gonna hurt.
We don't know. That's the answer.
I'll know soon enough.
What you have is just a singular bamboo dart, just a slug. Shoots pretty hard. You saw it, Chrono. And then we got just one singular 50 cal foam ball to top it off. This one will probably sting.
God, I'm not looking forward to this at all. I want some to hold on to. Like, I'm gonna be stressed. I want a stress pillow.
To clarify, he volunteered for this. I didn't suggest this. He wanted to do it for the content, I guess.
Like I said before, for science.
It'll probably be funny, but generally, when it comes to nerfing, I'm not for having Nerf guns that cause pain at games. Like, I wouldn't want to fight against this.
No.
Let's just be real. So I had to clarify that.
Someone's got to do it.
Not really, but I guess you want to.
Yeah. No, it might be sadistic or something. I don't know.
I'm letting him wear the hoodie. All right. First up, we got loaded with just 2 bamboo darts, straight up.
Ah, huh.
So what do you think that was?
Like a 4.
4. Okay.
I think like a 4. Actually, the instant it hit was about a 4, but it immediately petered off to like a 2.
Okay. All right. This should be the 3 foam caliber balls.
Oh god.
The 50 cal, I mean.
Ow! Ooh, wow. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Wow. Yeah. All 3 were like a triangle pattern like this. So we hit in 3 different spots at once. So it peters off to like about a 3, but when it hits, it's about like a 4.
So it's kind of more like airsoft paint compared to paintball paint.
Yeah, kind of. Or it's hitting multiple areas at once, but it's so tight together, it's like being hit by one singular big projectile.
All right, this is the jungle shot. Again, you have no clue what this is gonna be like.
Oof. Fun. God damn. Sorry. Shit. Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt a bit. The secondary ball hit like a little like Q at the end of it. So it was like immediately like a good old like 5, 6 the moment it hit. And the other ball came in right afterwards like a little, yeah, you're not done yet. So it was like a very sharp 6, then a 4. Oh God, how many left?
2.
2 too many.
This is the solid just slug bamboo dart. This, I have a feeling honestly this might hurt less than the jungle shot.
Yep. Oh God!
I take it back. That looked like it hit hard.
Oh God! Oh, it slapped harder. Yeah, that's about a good 7. And it still stings, and you hit in a different area. Yeah, that's about
I'm trying to shoot somewhere else so it's not the same spot.
Yeah, it's still. It's like someone pushing a little screwdriver just constantly into me. It's like it still hurts. My God, yeah, that's the worst one.
All right, I have a feeling that may change. This is just one 50 caliber foam ball.
Oh God. Okay.
This shoots what? I don't remember what I chronoed. I think it was about 320 FPS. So this shoots pretty hard. All right, here we go.
Yep. Oh! Shit! Yep, I did. Yeah, that was way worse. That's a good like 7.5. It's not lingering as long because it had a lot more squish to it, but like it wasn't as solid. But for the time that it hits you, it's like a 7.5. So not as painful as I thought it was gonna be, but I'm not gonna go home crying. Can't say the same for a little 6-year-old like Timmy or something.
I'm gonna shoot just one foam ball against that wood door. Can you go down and like stand in my room next to it so they can like, just so you guys can hear the impact of just one foam ball. Let me get this really pushed in there so it's a full-on seal.
God, it still stings.
All right, I'm gonna shoot it.
Good. God.
That flew back into my kitchen area.
That's like, should I go behind the door and see what it sounds like in the room?
Sure, why not?
All right, let me put this pillow back. Okay, I am now behind the door. All right, I'll just be here, regretting my life decisions.
All right, loading it up.
All right, I'm by the door. God, that made my ear ring. That made my ears ring a little bit. Yeah, that's loud.
This thing shoots so hard.
We're not doing this again. Not with that one.
Your idea.
It was my idea, but it was for
and
science.
as you said, for science.
For science.
Actually, no. If we're doing proper science, we need a group.
A group. Oh yeah, to get
We
the
need
average.
a bunch of stats.
We need the average.
In conclusion, this thing is really damn cool. It competes with the Spring Thunder as the best Nerf shotgun on the market. Which one is better? Well, honestly, I think that depends. The Spring Thunder is a little more versatile in the amount of different ammo types you can put through it. Yes, you can be creative, whatever fits in these shells will work, However, the Spring Thunder shells are 3D printed, there's just more of them, they're bigger, you can do more with them in general. With that said, the Spring Thunder is a lot more expensive than this thing. Like $100 more expensive than this one. And it's 3D printed, which I love 3D printed stuff, but it's not generally as reliable as good old plastic. It's also quite a bit bigger and in my experience just a little bit more finicky. So which one is better? Well, it really depends on what you want out of a Nerf shotgun. If you're buying it purely for the gimmick, you'll probably like the Spring Thunder more as it fires more projectiles. But overall, I think this one is of higher quality and is more affordable. There's definitely an argument for either one, and they're both really fun. I'm glad I own both. I'm a little sad I couldn't get one of the magazine conversions because that's just super cool, but I'm not going to complain overall. I would highly recommend. I'll put a link down below in the video information, although they're probably out of stock. They go out of stock rather fast. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.